Hey guys, this is I Guess I'm Random, and in my last video I made an introduction of what I do and what I'll be doing in the future videos, which was to talk about random subjects based upon what you want to hear. And luckily enough, I got one comment. Yay! No? I guess the music stopped then. Seriously though, thanks to my first comment, my first subject I'm going to be talking about is Chinese. And I happen to know some. Well, that's mainly because I've been studying Chinese. Now before we start actually talking about Chinese, I want you to realize that Chinese is very different from any European or American language, which means that learning Chinese might actually be kind of hard. Of course, this could be due to a lot of different factors. For example, my biggest problem with Chinese was that I had a lot of trouble with the tones, because you can have 4 different words with the same spelling but different tones, which means that they have different meanings, which completely messed my brain up. I realized that we all learn differently. However, for me it took about 3 steps to learn Chinese properly. And the first step was to actually learn how to speak the language. Now I know that in a lot of different textbooks you get to learn the characters and what they mean and how they look and how to write them and stuff like that, and how to pronounce them. But really, when I did that, it took me ages to learn Chinese. Like literally ages. Because they are a pain in the butt to deal with. Anyways, after I learned how to actually speak Chinese, I found it easier to learn the characters as well, because I had something to refer to. Back when I didn't know any Chinese, I had nothing to refer to, hence learning the actual characters was really hard for me. Which leads me on to step number 2, which is to refer back to your characters using the pinyin that you've already learned. Because that way you don't have to worry about actually learning the pinyin, because you already know it. Hence, learning pinyin has become invalid. But then what? After you've learned the actual characters and learned how to actually speak Chinese, how do you talk to a person from China? How do you communicate with them? Of course, this leads me on to my third little trick, which is to read and look for patterns and stuff like that. Because, like, trust me, the Chinese grammar and their expressions is very different to what the English grammar and expressions are like. Did that make sense? Either way, as always, if you liked this video or thought it was interesting, then please leave a comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you want to hear for the next video. And as always, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And as always, peace out!